Hey guys, this is Sorback from Axie GG, and the champion is back. After winning the second Axie Duel Invitational, I decided to make a special video about the skill selection process and the leveling up process inside the match. So there will be two videos, and this is the first part. For those who watch the entire video, I will drop a few very interesting tips to level up your gameplay in the middle of the video. So let's start. As the first seed during the draft phase, I decide if I would pick the first skill or if my opponent would pick the first skill. So I decide for him to pick first because I want to have the last pick after seeing all he got. So that's the first part. So let's go with the skills. He decided to start with Kingfisher. And the first part of the draft is that I saw he qualified to the finals playing Hare. So I knew he would go for a Hare build, and that's my favorite build as well. So I decided to go with that strategy and see if I could beat him. And as he started with already a shield, my Hare build only has 3 core skills, and I like to have 3 shields, so I have 2 extra skills to drop. So he went for Kingfisher. That's my main shield. So okay, it's okay with my build. I went with the Hare because it was the core part of the build, and I want to see what he was bringing. He came with double talk. That's kind of one possible skill that I would use as one of my 2 extra skills that are quite strong. So not my preferred AoE skill, but it worked just fine. And then I went with the second shield, hero, because another damage shield, and that's important. Then he starts bringing the other pieces of the build. That is the snail shell, one of the core skills with the Hare. So yeah, just as I thought he would, he was playing the main Hare strategy. So after that, I decided to go with Mint because I like playing sumo that reduce the damage you take. It has a flat armor, and the mint is just enough shield healing for it to keep the HP up. Because the sumo has having a 12 HP, 12 HP, 12 flat armor. It takes a lot more hits, can absorb a lot more hits. So each hit point counts more for him than for a curly. That's the most played Axie, and the Axie I was thinking he would play, and he did play the curly. So that way I can have a little extra boost on my healing to keep up with the 1 HP per second that the sumo has. So for his last pick, he went with pliers, and pliers is one of the 2 extra skills I'm actually running because the early game is so strong, and you can use it to keep your gem count high in the first minutes of the game. It helps a lot. It fall off very hard in the late game, but it's this build with Hare, Snail Shell, and the other skill that I'll pick less. They it's a late game skill, so it's good to have something that's strong in the early to to kill the stuff while you are leveling up the main skills of your build. And for my last skill, I went with Clamshell. My core build is Hare, Snail Shell, and Clamshell plus 3 shield. That's what I'm running. And so one interesting thing you see is that right before the game starts, I asked this, and so Chief replied that.
You can change the first skill if you want, yes.
And uh, why did I do that? In my opinion, starting with a shield is a strong strategy because you have that small explosion in the early game, so you get level up fast. But that's not the point. The point is that the shields, they have 10 seconds cooldown. So if they spawn, any skill will spawn 2 seconds after the game starts. So if the shield starts with the casting in 2 seconds, it will cast on 12, 22, 32, 42. What it means is that it will spawn 2 seconds after every special wave in the game. So what that's do is that it's guaranteed that I will have always a shield up to explode on the bats, and always a shield up to explode in the tail of the one of the goblin waves. So that's a little help. And also, if depending on my movement, I will have a shield to help me tanking the gargoyle burst damage. So it's very good to start with a shield. But I knew that it wasn't a common strategy, so I asked that, and they said, okay, you can change. And it happened that Joykira changed the skill, and I didn't, because I think the Kingfisher is a stronger start. So I decided to try my luck and see if he was going to change it, and he did. So that was a pretty interesting part. And to close down the video, what I said about Clan Shell was I was like almost having a heart attack watching Joykira play. He played like 5 minutes more than I did, so it was pretty stressful to watch. But I knew I had it when I saw a level up and he got no clan shells. So I knew if he got no clan shells by minute 24, like I said, he won't survive much more past 25 minutes and 20 seconds. It's almost impossible to survive. I tried many times with just hair and his nail shell. So I knew if he doesn't get my score by minute 25, I'm winning. And then when he starts surviving the minute 24, kind of struggling a little bit, and when you got like 24 minutes and 50 seconds, the flight starts hitting him hard, and then the boss spawn. I knew at that moment I knew I had it, because he wouldn't be able to survive without the clan shell. Maybe if he had the clan shell, the shields would be weaker and he wouldn't even got to that point. But well, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys, and in the next one we'll see the leveling up progression during the game, so you can compare what your decision would be. Thank you for watching.